Hello YouTube world, Todd here with Great Escape Farms. I'm standing in front of a Viking aronia bush, and today I'm going to harvest the fruit off of it and clean it up and probably just put it right in the freezer. I'll process it at a later date, but today I just wanted to show you how to harvest it and get it ready and actually put it into the freezer. So real quick, some facts about aronia. Its Latin name is Aronia melancarpa, and it has a nickname of chokeberry because it is so astringent that it will make you want to choke. It is a member of the rose family, and it is a deciduous cold-hardy shrub, which is hardy from zones 8 down to zone 3. It is a native of the eastern North America, and in late May it has fragrant flowers giving way to fruit that matures in August. The fruit is edible, but it is very astringent. Aronia is self-fertile and is pollinated by bees. The Viking variety, which I am in front of here, is a little shorter than some other aronias, with this one only growing about 3 to 6 foot. And right now it stands at probably about 4 foot, and that's mainly because I've been taking a lot of cuttings off of it for propagating. So what I'm going to do is just grab my berries here and pull out a pair of cutters and just trim them off. And I want to show these to you here up close. So they're very black and dark here, but some of them are starting to shrivel up a little bit, and I waited a little bit too long on these. And actually these aren't the worst ones. Let me lay them aside here right now. There is another one back here. Let me grab it. So these are a little worse here. So you can see right here, this one right at the tip of my finger there, that one is shriveled up and it will be unusable, and that one is unusable right there as well. And there's several in here that are unusable. So I let these go a little bit too long. This is August 31st, and these are harvestable in August. It probably would have been better to do them before August 15th. But I got sidetracked with other things going on the homestead here, and they sat a little bit too long. So what I'm going to end up doing is unfortunately just wasting some of these, and what I'll probably do is use these for seeds. So I'll go ahead and pull the seeds out and show you how to propagate these things by seeds in another video maybe. So for now, let me go ahead and pick the rest of these off, and then I'll move in the kitchen and show you what to do next. Okay, so we have the aronia back in the house here, and what we're going to do is take this bundle out. And what we want to do is just separate them from the stems, and we're going to drop them in the colander here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll give them a good rinse off, and then we'll dry them. And as I'm doing this, I'm making sure that there aren't any bugs or anything going in with it. Make sure the fruit is good. Save me from dealing with it later. The stem, I'll just go ahead and toss that in the recycle bin later. Also, I had mentioned earlier about the seeds, so let me hit a better light here. Hopefully that will help. And as I open this up, you can see there's 2 seeds in this one right here, and I'm trying to figure out where the lens is here. There it is. So there's 2 seeds in there. You have to, there's actually 2 seeds that you can see. There's, I believe, 5 to 7 seeds in aronia, or at least Viking aronia. And what you want to do is pull the individual seeds out away from the pulp. So let me see if I can get one of these out here. So right on the tip of my finger there is a seed, and we pull it out, and when we want to dry it off for 1 month, and then after 1 month we are going to cold stratify it. So here's another seed right here. So we'll pull it out, we'll put it on a paper towel, we will let it dry out, and then we'll cold stratify it. Cold stratifying is putting it in, getting it moist and putting it in the refrigerator for a period of time. So each different seed has different requirements. This requirement for aronia seed is 3 months. So for 90 days, we'll have it in the refrigerator. So for me, right now is the end of August, so let's call it September 1st. I'll let it dry till October 1st. Then I'll go ahead and I'll put it in the refrigerator through the entire month of October, November, and December. And then in January, I'll go ahead in my basement under grow lights, and I'll start growing them, start them indoors, so that by springtime, after last frost, I can move them out and they have a good start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set aside the bad ones. Like here's a bad one right here, and I'll just set these bad ones aside. I'll get the seeds out later. The good ones, I'm going to go ahead and process those, and that's it for now. So let me go ahead and finish these up, and then I'll show you the next process. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off the Viking. I've actually already rinsed it a little bit. Don't wanna waste your time doing that. So pick them, put them in here. After they are rinsed off, spread them out on a paper towel. And I have a double paper towel here. A paper towel that's rolled over double. Pull off another paper towel and gently push down and just kind of rub on them. You don't wanna squash them here, but you wanna just put on enough pressure to go ahead and dry them. Push back and forth, rolling around, and that should get them fully dry. Take off, and I still want to do a little bit more. They still have a little bit of a shine to them from wetness. Okay, and that looks good. Okay, and then I have a plastic bag here. What I do is I roll this up. I'm gonna see if I can do this way. It's kind of backwards for me because I'm right-handed, but I'll put it in like this, and it just kind of aims it right on in. And as you can see, there's no more there, so I'll set that aside. Zip it halfway, push it down, and that gets most of the air out. And there are the Aronias. Now I'm gonna freeze this, and to prevent it from getting too much freezer burn or anything, it shouldn't be in there too long, I'm gonna double bag it. And I hope you can see this, but I wrote on there what it is. So Aronia, it's the Viking variety. Today is 8/31/16. So I try to label everything before I put it in the freezer. So this will be fine. I will just take and toss this in the freezer, and then later on in the winter I can process this. I have some other Viking in the freezer already, so I should have enough to make some kind of a tincture or juice or jam or something with it. As far as the Aronias that were not any good, I have them right here. You can see the seeds. Let me pull this up a little bit closer. You can see the seeds, and also right over here, I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm trying to do it without losing any seeds, but I wrote on there Viking Aronia or Aronia Viking seed 8/31/16. I'll just go ahead and lay that down in my basement where I do my plant propagation stuff and where I start my seeds, and just lay it down there for them to dry. And then later on in October, hopefully I'll remember in October, if not then November, I'll put them in for 90 days of cold stratification. And that's a good point there. If I do forget about them and they sit down there too long, it's not a big deal. They can handle being dried out for a long period of time. The big issue is they require at least 90 days of stratification. And I want to start as early as I can in the growing season, so right in January or time frame. So I really want to pull them out around October 1st. So that's it for processing Aronia Viking, or at least harvesting them and putting them in the freezer. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, and also check out our blog post at greatescapefarms.com. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day.